Welcome back to the Glint Standard. Today we're going to be talking about social media for businesses. What is social media for business? Why is it important? The difference between organic and paid. And we're also going to be talking about some key takeaways to make you have more knowledge about this aspect of the business.
So, Craig.
Yes, Jamie.
What would you call or define social media marketing in your eyes? Lot of things.
For business?
For business.
Or just in general?
What's the difference between the two?
Okay, fair enough. Social media for a personal use is all about sharing your moments in life.
Oh, yeah.
The things that you're about. I mean, you probably know this side better
I
than
love
I
telling
know.
people what I'm doing.
Right, absolutely. Look at my awesome food, right?
All the time.
For business, that could be the same pathway, but you have a business voice, not a lot of different people's opinions about who they are.
Right.
You're living your brand as a person. A company is also living their brand. So you have to be aware of that.
Great way to say it.
But it's really about showing your audience who you are culturally and as a brand, what you stand for, and setting an expectation. If people maybe call you later and want to do business with you, what's that going to be like? And for me, the number one goal of social media for business is brand awareness.
Okay.
Do you think of any other things it could possibly do?
I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do social media marketing for. I mean, you can do it obviously for brand awareness. That's the most realistic part about it. And it depends on your goal as a business for building credibility, building customer loyalty, engaging with those people in real time. As we established when I first started here, I'm not a caller. I don't want to pick up the phone. Maybe, and it makes sense now.
I've accomplished so much here because you will pick up the phone. I feel so great about that.
It makes sense to me now because I am business development. I am looking to engage with people, potential clients, but people my age, people not even my age. Sometimes that's not the age that we're in is calling anymore.
And that's fair. It's all about making things as easy as possible for the audience you're trying to reach, right? And that means sometimes you got to do it in multiple ways. It comes in different social media channels, things like that too as well. I feel like it's important, like having a building means you have stake in the game as a business. Social media, same type of thing on the digital front.
Oh, for sure. I mean, so my question to you on that note is, would you say that social media exists in two forms, which is organic and paid, right? Social media marketing.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is organic to you? Because I know what it is to me, and what is paid to you. If I were a client coming to you about how do I utilize social media, what are the ways to do it? We've already established why you should do it. How can I make my online presence so much better than it is through social media?
Absolutely. It's a lot of it's about start with organic. Question number one before you go down that path, right? Why do you think you need it? Let's answer that question, right? That helps us take, should we put money behind it, paid, or we should do time and capacity behind it, organic.
Okay.
Dollars matter. Dollars are happening with time and capacity no matter what, but the dollars that you're physically putting behind, you want a return on that. What's that return going to be? So organic, it is truly about that brand awareness piece of it. This is what we're about. This is what we do. If you're a restaurant, you want some really great photos of your food possibly. Come try this. It's a new experiment we've been doing in the kitchen today. Photo needs to be good, right? That's where you start to polish it up a little bit and you talk about how often do we need to be posting? Can it be too much? Are we relevant? Are we all over the place? We talk politics into it. That all starts to play into it. You get into the paid side of it. It is truly about not just the people who love me that I want to follow. I want to find more people like them.
Right.
To tell them about my brand, to get more of them into the restaurant, if we're going to stick with that analogy, to get more people to buy my cars. That piece of it.
Reaching a broader audience.
A broader audience that's similar to the one that already likes me. It's a little more predisposed to sell.
Okay.
So that's why you use money in paid.
Predisposed to sell, as in people who are guaranteed to close. Yes?
Guaranteed to close is
if you're
it's
good
a
at
strong
your job.
word
If you're good at your job.
The other side is I don't want you to confuse it with you throwing money into Facebook and you think that solves all the problems.
Yes.
It doesn't. It brings opportunity to the door.
Right.
That's what it does. You still have to do something with that opportunity, or it can build a list and a lead list for you.
Okay.
Then you got to go do something with it. And that's the thing you have to remember about social media. It's one piece of an integrated approach.
So break what you said down. I'll break what you said down a little bit more to basic terms. As organic is basically the Twitter's, what's happening, and Facebook's what's on your mind. I can go in personally and type whatever I want, send whatever I want out there to the world, and it's going to be to the people who already follow me, the people who are already fans of my page, people who already want to know what I'm doing, and you're kind of at the mercy of those platforms' algorithms with organic posting because it's on their time. I mean, for example, algorithms meaning like Instagram is not chronological. There's so many different factors. I won't even pretend how to explain it. It's like engagement, you're following, because sometimes if it's someone that I know, like one of my best friends, and this is my personal, not business, but personal example, if it's one of my friends on Instagram and I haven't seen her stuff in like 2 days, it'll re-pop up on my thing 2 days ago. It's like, that's not current. But Twitter is chronological. So
Okay.
with organic posting, you're kind of at the mercy of what that platform can do and who you're following and who's following you. But with paid posting, it gives you that opportunity to reach that broader audience and to get more business development that way. And a good social media marketing strategy for a business is a combination of both. You should be managing and posting organically your own on your business platforms, business social medias, while doing paid advertising through those platforms, because it's going to get you overall that one main goal that we discussed earlier is that brand awareness. It's going to get more people engaging with your brand, more people recognizing your product or service, and it's ultimately going to do you better.
Brand awareness will make the rest of your marketing better. I can tell you that.
For sure.
100%.
For sure. I mean, we're big advocates of branding as is, so
We're really good at it.
so of course we're gonna drive that ship home
Yep.
every single time, but I would say that is also the biggest overarching goal of social media marketing. So if I were a brand that were coming to you, a potential client, and I asked you what the steps are for organic and paid, what would be my steps to take to start that organic posting, that organic content?
Yeah, thinking about how I approach things, and I'm very conversational with the way I talk to our clients as well, right? I go into step 1, 2, 3, 4. It's very unnatural for me. They're very necessary, right? And you probably fill in those gaps a little better than I can. But at the end of the day, step 1 is, what are we trying to accomplish? Can it be done? Have that conversation. And then talk about, okay, let's look at the data. Let's look at some research. Let's think about ways to start putting that into place. Let's start scheduling some things. Let's start looking back at data, because it all comes back to data and research, right? Research data, go full circle. So how would you define like a step 1, 2, 3, 4?
Step 1, definitely look at your analytics.
See, I was right.
Because
Told you.
Craig, you're never wrong. You're never wrong. Because your analytics are gonna give you everything that you need to know about your current audience. It's gonna, and they're free.
Or if you want to change your audience. If your audience is, example, 25 and you want to be 35, you got to do something different.
Got to do something different.
Yeah, that data is very powerful.
You can see through the free tools that each platform even provides for you. I mean,
Who doesn't like free?
Free. Everyone likes free. So for free, you can look into the back end of all of your platforms and see what audience is engaging most with your content. Who are they? What's that content look like that they're engaging in, so that you can possibly do more of it? And based on those analytics, we're going to come to step 2, which is strategy. As you said,
I like that part.
What's your goal? What's your business goal? Is it to be that source of knowledge for your audience? Is it to be a hub of information? Is it to get more people engaging with your brand, engaging with your product or service? Or do you just want more people to see what you're doing? I mean, what's that goal? And then define that strategy and kind of filter that out based on your goal and your analytics. Okay. Then step 3, as you said, again, because you're never wrong, Craig. Step 3 is...
Maybe I've just been watching you.
Step 3... Maybe. Step 3 is planning and putting it into a calendar. There are so many tools that you can do, or that you can use to do
Let
this.
me ask you, do you feel like a lot of people miss that because they feel like it's a waste of time? Because I'm just going to post, 3 times a week, and that's good enough. I just need to go in there an hour every other morning and do that. Do you feel like it's a waste of time? What's the benefit of doing that?
Well, the benefit is that the theme stays consistent and it stays the same throughout.
So we're doing an overall yearly type thing?
Could be
theme,
year,
idea?
could be month, could be week. The benefit of posting in a calendar and planning that based on your strategy and analytics is so that you know that you have a consistent flow of whatever content is throughout. You can go in every week and be like, I'm going to post about this today. Because, social media, it's about being social, right? Mm-hmm. People want to engage with people. People want to engage in common, relatable things. That's why social media is so important, and why it's necessary in today's business. But if you can still come across that way, if you're posting it and planning it, whether that be in Hootsuite or Buffer or any sort of calendar that you want to schedule your stuff in. Good platforms to look into. There are many others, but those are kind of the top few. And just knowing exactly what you're going to post is ultimately going to set your expectations for your audience and give you better trends throughout. Because if you're just posting random stuff, like, can you really correlate the trends of that? Can you really correlate what's sticking, what's
fair.
not?
That's fair.
You know what I mean? So I would say it isn't a waste of time if you just take out a couple hours to post per month.
Would you agree that it's fair to say that it also, especially if we're doing it for business, it keeps the client and the agency, in our example, on the same page with what we're trying to accomplish?
I would say,
gives them a little validation that we really are on top of it.
For us, we always like to be collaborative in a sense with social media, because as I said before, social is social. You got to get social, you know what I mean? So no one knows your business better than you do. So if you send us stuff and we can plan that out based on what we're thinking the content should be, everyone's aligned.
That's a good collaboration.
It is a good collaboration.
And that's really what social needs to be.
And I wish more people thought about it like that, because especially in our industry, like, we don't know. We do. It's our job to know about that business, but no one knows your business better than you. No one knows your audience better than you. So when you tell us, hey, here are my ideas, what do you think? And we collaborate with that in a calendar, better. Just better overall.
Fair enough. All right.
So that's just with organic, but with paid, what are the key takeaways with that? If I were a client approaching you for paid, how would I go about starting that? Aside from hiring us.
No, I think the way you're talking about is correct. I think the end result is what you're looking for there when you talk about the strategy. That's where it changes a little
Organic
bit.
And paid?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the difference, is what's your expectation off? Am I going to get a list of opportunities after that? Am I going to get people knocking on my door to close business? It's going to be more of a direct one-on-one thing. I think we have to go a little bit more into an actual ROI financially if you're going to put money behind something like that.
Determine the budget.
Absolutely.
And then let those platforms run. Basically determine the budget for paid. If you want to invest in advertising spend on social media platforms, determine a budget, determine your audience, and then just kind of let those smart platforms run and just oversee it and manage it. Would you say that's along the same lines?
Yeah, that scares me a little bit. It almost sounds like a boom.
That's why
done.
I asked.
Yeah, it's going to be great. You have to watch it.
Okay, I said oversee.
No, I agree with you. I agree. This might be the old school,
maybe
young school. We'll go with young school, maybe.
But Facebook is so smart.
It is, and going manually doesn't necessarily help you. It can hurt you depending on what you're trying to do. And using those algorithms is extremely important because the value it can bring with A/B testing. There's so much with it.
Right.
So I don't disagree with you. But it's important to know you need to go in and check on it sometimes.
Well, yes.
Right?
You have to.
Obviously, right?
You have to manage it, and the key takeaway from this is, if you don't want to manage it, you just hire us, and we can do it for you.
See, that's the sales side.
I'll pick up the phone. So basically, what are our key takeaways, right? I mean, social media is a powerful tool. It's necessary for everybody. I'm a big advocate for social because that's more my age, more my generation. I know you're active on social, and I'm so proud of you for being active on social. However, I feel like we put a lot more behind that than, say, your generation does. But that's just the way that the times are going. So it is necessary for your business to do. And it gives you the opportunity to showcase your brand more than any other place, I feel like.
I think that's a great way to wrap it. I think that is pretty much it in a nutshell.
It is.
So thanks for joining us in this episode. If you have any questions, let us know. That's really about it.
Bye.